In this video, we'll be seeing how to use Google Sheets to create a histogram. Here I have the roster from my statistics class, including me. Here I am, Dr. Sullivan, it's called Brian. And what we'd like to know is what is the age of each of these students in months. We're going to repeat this activity in our class, and the only thing we need to collect are everyone's birthdays in a month, day, year format. So we'll be collecting those during class. But how do I find out how old I am in months? Let's see. Here I'm going to use a formula. Every formula in a Google Sheet begins with an equals sign, and I will use the function dateDiff. This takes a difference between two dates. Google Sheets is nice enough to tell me what the syntax is, or what I need to type. That's what syntax means. The format that I need to use to make this work. I see that I need a start date. My start date will be the cell to my left, which I can obtain by clicking in it, and I see that that refers to C2. My end date will be my age today, so it'll be today. I'll use the today function, which needs an empty open and close parenthesis. And then if I'd like to know my age in months, I'll use a double quote, capital M, close double quote, close parentheses, and that tells me my age in months. This makes sense since I know my birthday was in August, and a whole month of September, but not quite all of October has passed so far, so 481 months since I'm 40 years old. Now, a very nice feature of spreadsheets like this is that I don't need to type that again in each of these rows, but I can click in the cell where I've already entered a formula, move my cursor until it's in this blue box in the lower right, and I get a black cross. I drag it down, and it automatically applies that formula to each row. When I click in the second row, I see it refers not to C2, but C3, and then C4. So we can drag this all the way down to the end of the data set, and now we have the age of every student in these two sections of statistics in months. What if we had wanted this age difference in days? Instead of M, I could use a capital D here, and that is how many days old I am. I could apply that to everyone, but I think I'll stick with months. Now to visualize this, since I don't see a whole lot of pattern here other than the fact that I'm a little bit more than twice as old as all of these students, I'm going to click in the capital D at the very top of the column, and notice when I click in the capital D, it selects the entire column, and now I'm going to insert a chart. I can do that by moving to the Insert menu and choosing Chart. Here I see that it's created a histogram. Just to show you another method, I could also click on the chart symbol over here, Insert Chart. There's my histogram. This does not look very informative to me. I see only 3 bars in my histogram. So I'm going to customize. Come over here in the chart editor to customize and choose the histogram submenu for bucket size. I know I call these bins, but Google Sheets calls it a bucket. I'm going to choose, let's say, 3 months. And now we can see a bit more detail about the data. Let's see what it looks like if we use 6 months. I can see a certain shape here. And who's this weirdo out here? Dr. Sullivan is quite a bit older than the rest of the students. I can customize that by clicking on the horizontal axis, click on any of these numbers, and then in the horizontal axis submenu over here on the right, I'm going to choose a maximum of 240. And now I can see all the students. Let's see, what should our minimum be? Let's choose 185. That gives us a nice centering of the data. And remember that our bin is still 6-month bins. So those are a few of the ways that we can adjust the appearance and bucket size for our histogram. Let's see what it looks like with a 4-month bin. I think I like the 6-month bin. And we can also, if you like, change the under chart style. We can also choose, if you're not happy with the default blue, you can click here on Series and choose to change the color. Suppose I would like a burnt orange histogram. I can choose this autumnal color and get that kind of appearance if that's what you'd really prefer.